Good morning. Hello everyone. Welcome back to PC. Today I have came with a new topic which will be a continuation of our HTML tutorial. So the topic is HTML tables. So as usual we will create a new table HTML file and loading the basic structure, then changing the title to table. Now we'll start. So table tags are basically used for creating tables in HTML files. So we'll write a command here. Table tags are used to create tables in web applications. So all the contents of a table, I hope you all know that table means placing data in rows and columns. Okay, so all the contents inside the table should be placed inside a table tag. Okay, it contains both opening and closing tags. So all the contents, or else we can say its contents, should be placed inside a single table tag. So sorry, table tag. So it indicates that all the tags followed by this table tag till the closing tag of the table is related to the table data. Okay, now next important tag that you have to know for creating a table is table. Before that, let me ask you how an HTML content look like. You may be knowing that in the previous sections and all, you may be knowing that an HTML contain a basic structure of HTML have and all content that should be placed inside an HTML tag. So it have an HTML tag, and inside the HTML tag we have head tag and body tag. Like that, in table also we can place head tag and table head and table body. Of course, in the table head it will be having the headings of that tables, and in the body we will be providing the data. And also for the table we can also place the footer tags, where the footer content of the table can be placed. So you can write it down. Table has the head, where the headings of the table where the headings of the table will be placed. Then comes T body, where the datas are placed. And finally we can also place a T footer, where the last portion of the footer contents ending, or the ending part of the table indicates. Okay, this is how the basic structure of a table looks like. So in the body I'm creating a table tag. Inside the table tag I need a header, then then followed by we need a body. Then after that we need a foot type. This is the basic structure. Okay, so what a table how a table looks like. A table looks like in a rows and column manner, right? Data will be placed inside a rows and columns. So if you want to create a row in a table, you have to use tr tags. Okay, if you want to create rows in a table, you have to use tr tags. Table stands for table row. Okay, so suppose if you want to create a table like something like this, we'll check how to create some tables. So simple table, it's a simple table. We'll try to create this table by coding it. Okay, so here In the top portion we have table header, and this portion is table body, and the last portion is the table footer. So we are now creating the table head portion. So first we have to create a row. Inside the row we have to provide titles like product, quantity, price. Okay, so in the table header I am creating a row with the tag tr, and all placing data, placing data. So inside inside um, placing the data that we have to place is product, quantity, and price. So I am using th tags. So three datas are there, so I'm create three datas, or you can say that three headings are there. So I'm using th star 3. Star 3 indicates how many number of tags that you want to place. So I'm giving th star 3. You can note it down that th stands for th stands for table header. Sorry, yeah, table header. Now I'm placing product over here, then comes quantity, then comes price in AD, dirham, way. Okay, so this is the header portion. Now we will create the body part. In body part, I'm taking the body part. Again, you have to create rows. So, how many rows are there in the body? One, two, and three. So, I'm creating TR. Three rows I need to create. So, TR star 3 I am providing. Then, inside the row, I'm taking the first row. There, I need to place three datas. This data, as compared to the previous data, it is not that much bold. This is the heading part, and this is the data. So the heading part should be placed in the th tag, and the data should be placed inside td tag. Note the td tag. Td, table data. Okay, indicates table data. So the in this row I'm again creating td star 3 and placing the data wireless mouse, quantity I need 2, and the price is 80. Again in the next row I'm again placing these 3Ds datas. Instead of wireless I'm changing it into keyboard. The quantity is 1 and the price is 120. Then comes the monitor. Again the quantity is 1 and the price is 600 dirham. Okay, now the body is complete. The last portion we need to create the footer section. Again in the footer we need to create the row, right? I'm creating the row. Inside the row I have only two datas. So I'm creating tr star 2. And in the first one, I'm creating total. And the second one, I'm creating 8000 ADE. Okay, this is how we are creating a table. Once again, I will repeat it. All the data should be placed inside the table tag. Inside the table tag, we can create table head, table body, and table footer. Okay, in the table head, we are providing the headings of that table. So, in order to create the headings, first you have to create a row for that. For creating the row, you can use tr tags. Inside the tr tags, we are placing the heading inside the th tags. Number of th tag depends upon your table. Okay, then After creating the header, I am then creating the body part. Here in this book, in this table, I have three rows of data. Three rows of data, I'm creating three rows, then placing the data inside td tags. Okay, and finally in the footer section, I'm showing the total amount. Okay, so in the total amount, I have only two datas in that footer section. So I have first created a row, then placed td tags to place this data. Okay, now we'll check how this content will be placed inside the browser. So this is how the content of that table will be shown in your browser. Now we have to style it using css or tailwind or bootstrap, whatever technology you are using, or the language or frameworks that you are using, you can use that to style this. Maybe in the future we will also discuss about this about styling platform, I mean styling techno languages. So now we can actually use this attribute called border. Okay, nowadays it's not used widely because border attribute is deprecated. That's why it is showing red color in the VS Code. So it is not preferred to use, but still, since we didn't learn about styling, I'm using this here. So this is how it seems in the browser. There is a small change here. The total tags spans over the above two columns, right? In order to create such a thing, you can use another attribute called column span. Okay, sorry, not over here. Here, call span. Call span, you have to give how many columns you have to span. So in this case, this tr tag should span two columns. So I'm giving it has two. If you want three, you can give three. If you want four, you can give four. Now in this scenario, I need to expand the td value, that the total columns, into two, to span up to two columns. That's why I'm giving two. Now if I check the output, you can see the output has like this. Okay, so this is how we can create a table. So you can try out different other tables. So before winding up, I will write that too here. You have a border attribute for providing borders, attribute for providing borders. This is not recommended. Why? Because it is deprecated. Okay, since we are not we have not learned about styling, that's why I'm using this attribute. So it's better not to use. And okay, next attribute that we have learned is column span. It is used to span the column, used to span multiple columns. And similarly, you can check out rows span. Of course, it will be used to span the rows. One or more rows you can span with the help of row span. Okay, so after this video, after working out this program, you can also check out other tables. You can download it from the browser and check it, do by yourself and learn, or excel in this table. Okay, that's all about today's video. Thank you all.